All right, guys, so this is a video of our first ever pressure washing job, cleaning a deck. A lot of lessons learned here. We recorded this. This is actually my house, so something we would recommend everyone do when you've started your pressure washing business. You got all your equipment, your chemicals, you're ready to go before you even think about touching a customer's property. Make sure you're testing this either on your own property, your partner's property, a family member's, a friend who knows the deal, because let me tell you, you'll see in this video, there are a lot of lessons learned. Okay, so starting things off, we started by spraying down a really diluted bleach and surfactant mixture. We went really light, like 1 or 2% here, because we've never done this before. We didn't want to bleach the deck. So here we go. We're starting the pressure washer, and this is actually kind of a funny part as well. We had a little bit of issues getting it started for the first time. So starting with the sides of the deck, we figured we would start with an area that wasn't very visible, and as you can see there, we actually forgot the door open before we started, which would have been a disaster if this was a paid job, because you don't want water getting into their house. And then here we go. So we kind of still do this when we're cleaning decks. So we kind of follow the lines of the board. We start on the outer edge, then we do a pass back covering the total width of the board, then we do the other edge of the board, and we just do that the whole way. We find that this really allows us to hit the whole board evenly. It eliminates, as you see here, the lines of the pressure washer if your hand isn't 100% steady, which for powerful machines like this one, it's kind of tough. And then here we go. I forgot to finish the posts, so I'm going back and doing the posts after already starting the deck boards. We're learning. This was our first time. This was a couple years ago, but hope this helped you guys. So yeah, I usually will clean the smaller, tougher areas, intricate areas, posts, siding, the steps, things like that. Finish with the actual deck surface and then go around everything and give it a rinse. So here we go. I'm just off camera here finishing the railings of the other side of my deck. Prime learning here, my partner's wearing Crocs. Again, this wasn't a paid job. This was my house. We're testing equipment. I was wearing construction steel toe boots. We've since upgraded to steel toe rubber boots that are knee highs. But yeah, don't wear Crocs. We had a close call with my partner pressure washing in Crocs on another one of these test jobs where he passed his big toe with a turbo nozzle. Luckily, it was from 1.5 feet away and it didn't rip his foot apart. But yeah, that can happen. So you want to wear the appropriate safety equipment. We also weren't wearing eye protection or ear protection here. That is also something that we've invested in for our safety. It's just the right way to do things. So here we go, working through this deck line by line. Pretty straightforward. Once you get into a groove here, it's pretty easy to do, really. You just you want to focus on keeping the pressure washer around the same distance away from the surface. So here's a funny part. We actually ran out of gas. Happens. We're filling it up. But again, the importance of knowing your equipment and testing it. We could not figure out how to start this. And he was holding the wand. We didn't realize that you got to release the pressure by holding the nozzle before the thing will actually start. So we probably spent 15 minutes there. It was sped up. But yeah, when you're starting a pressure washer, release the pressure by pulling the trigger. Crank it a couple of times and it should start. If you don't pull the trigger, it's going to build up a ton of pressure in the machine. It's not going to start, and the drawstring is going to get insanely tight, and you're going to think you broke your machine. We learned that doing this test job, and we've never made that mistake again. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. Yeah, we ran out of gas again, finishing the deck, and then the rest of the video is kind of smooth sailing, finishing the deck board by board. You give everything a rinse down, and that is pretty much it. So yeah, guys, if you're starting a pressure washing business, do as we did. Get the basic equipment that you need and start learning how to use it on non-paid jobs. So we actually, after doing this was my house, for about 3 months, we offered up our services for free to any friend or family who wanted to give us a shot. We did the jobs for free. We didn't charge them. We used it to get before and after pictures and videos like this one that we could learn from. And it also gave us an opportunity to put yard signs out, which actually helped fill up our first year of business relatively quickly. You'd be surprised how many neighbors see someone getting a driveway or a deck cleaned and think, hey, you know what, I should get on top of that for myself. You give them the little neighborly friends and family discount, and all of a sudden you turned one free job into a $1,500 or $2,000 or more job. So yeah, hope this was helpful. It's so funny watching this as we go back. We have our little polos with the logos on, but we're not wearing the right boots. We're not wearing eye protection, ear protection. We're really novice with the machine. And we got my partner standing here for hours just supervising so he can learn too. But you got to do this if you want to learn. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. If you have any questions or you're starting your own business and you want to make sure you're doing it the right way and you don't make any big mistakes at the beginning, leave a comment. Happy to answer with anything we've learned in our journey. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Till next time. Cheers.